right, we can be cool. All right. Now, of course, I'm not going to try to be their dad. I'm like I'm a male role model. I'm here. I'm daddy for the house and whatnot. But I'm not going to overextend myself because I understand I'm not your father. Okay, and you got to realize that is a low self esteem move to try to replace someone else's father, especially when they're not asking you to. It's one thing if someone is showing you some kind of, like, like you take on a mentee and that mentee is showing you dedication, they trying to show you value and whatnot and improve. Don't ever give too much without people proving that they worthwhile. Never do that shit. That's one of the things that I don't regret about my relationship is that I wasn't trying to be I wasn't trying to rush my relationship with my ex's sons. And I still got mad love for them. I hope they doing good and they hope their health is good. Hope they working hard and getting everything that they're supposed to get in life, most definitely. But I knew that like, we're not going to have a respectful relationship if it seems as though I'm trying to kiss your ass. That's just how people are. That's how people think. If you are approaching someone kissing their ass, especially for a young person, for young women and like young people and women, I mean people in general, like that, people see that as a sign of weakness. So what you've already done is say you don't gotta do no work. Like you don't gotta do nothing. Just I'm just here. I'm gonna do whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. You don't gotta be nice to me. You don't gotta be interested in me. And listen, and towards the end of my relationship, with old girl, we had a better relationship. You know what I mean? And we talked more and we kind of built a little more and we kicked it a little more. My thing was that, I was planning on being with her for a long time. So I had no issue with, her having kids and stuff like that. But I also understood they have a father. And I don't want to ever step on that father's toes, but also too, we're going to have a good, respectful relationship. But a lot of men, the reason why, next time I get to, the reason why a lot of men get on women for trying to support this idea of Russell Wilson is mostly because men are starting to realize that, hey, we should negotiate too, which is also speak on, part of the negotiation is speaking on what's acceptable and not acceptable and coming to an agreement as a group. And what women have been doing is saying, because women are not used to men actually coming together and saying the same thing. Let's like really think about it. Really think about it. Because most men, if they're talking to a few women at one time, they're not able to maintain frame or even make an argument. And again, most men, if whether they realize or not, you behave and act like you're afraid of that woman. And like, when you start really thinking about that, you start realizing like, damn, fuck that. I'm not gonna act like I'm afraid of her. Fuck her. Because that's how she coming at you. Most modern women, their approach towards you with most things is, man, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, listen, they got this shit. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm a guy's guy.
A guy's guy.
Uh-huh.
A guy's guy. Yeah, Guy Lafleur. Guy Fieri, no?
Tonight, I want to see you use that gun.
You feel me?
I'm really rich now, but it's cool though. I respect it though.
Just saying. Hold on, real quick. Oh man, well anyway.
Beefing with my chick while I'm in jail.
Wake up, nigga.
Beefing with my chick while I'm in jail.
I had one more point I wanted to get to, but let's make sure that we don't lose the plot.
Sure, you heard it from Black Men. He heard it from Brad.
My bad. Also, the pushback I had was that everyone's not listening to this content, and everyone is not at the same point in their journey. So what Deontay Wilder's getting ready to get into was really probably his red pill moment when he started realizing, I need to be careful about who I give what to. I need to be careful about who I share my resources with. I need to be careful about what I think love is. Yeah, I'm getting ready to cook. You feel me? Wait.
Really rich now though, but it's cool though. I respect it.
I'm about to buy you this shit. Word to Doris.
Even heard it from Hector. There's a lot of channels, there's a lot of spaces out here that talk about these things. So I know he heard it before, but he has this case of, yeah, I hear you, but that won't happen to me. And then it happens to him. And then it happens to him.
All right, to be fair, first of all, dark skin privilege. So dark skin privilege leads you to a path of madness and have you just running in circles. That nigga did fight an Irishman 3 times. He fought Tyson Fury 3 times, son. Matter of fact, not only that, he got into the boxing world off of pure dark skin privilege. This nigga's like not an actual trained fighter. He just had so much rage and entitlement that he just kind of just forced his way into the boxing world. You know what I mean? Not only that, like forced his way to the top. Like you ever watch Deontay Wilder fight? It should look crazy. He just got he got dynamite in his hand. He's just a really hard puncher. He's that hard of a fucking puncher. That's crazy. That nigga's like an X-Man with the jab, nigga. No. That nigga fight like Luffy in the beginning of One Piece. You know what I mean? Come on now.
Oh, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man.
But
like,
another thing that, let me tell you something. We have so much privilege, you become delusional, right? And another part of the privilege is you just thinking that you can just do shit. What make you think you can just put people in your will? Like these ain't no kids that you've been around for a decade or so and you didn't raise them. Cause like nigga, is you gonna die soon? Do you have a condition? What, like there was no need to put them in a will. But yeah, listen, black men love so much more deeply. So this story is about him not only saying, hey, I'm cool with you having kids, I'm fully invested, right? And AC he gonna touch on this too about the programming. The reason why you see a nigga like Russell Wilson, who handsome cat, he got soft curly hair and shit, so he got good hair, right? He got a positive attitude. He not crazy, in great shape. He an athlete. He's at not just in the NFL, at the top of the NFL, right? At the top of his respective field, and somehow he finds his way to a single mother. So somehow you find your way to being Eskimo brothers with Future. It's okay to be an Eskimo brother with Future, but it shouldn't be by way of your baby mother that you married to. Like it would make way more sense if you had at least one trap song. You ain't got no trap songs. You play for the Seahawks, and you Eskimo brothers with Future, right? And not only that, people call your stepson Baby Future. Listen, if that was me, listen, you gotta call that nigga by his first name, man. That's his name, not Baby Future. Just call him by his first name. You're not gonna be I'm not gonna hear this nigga name in my house all the time. But black men in particular, especially FBA black men, have the lowest self-esteem of any man in the world because FBA black men have this thing where they have to keep escalating their idea of, the idea of what's good or what makes them a good guy in a relationship, right? And a lot of it has to do with, because most black men's idea of being a good guy in a relationship is self-sacrifice, which nothing is wrong with self-sacrifice because sacrifice and hard work, we need people to do. It's one of the reasons why people are so crappy. And that's another reason why y'all women will never have anything substantial in life because, for one, you can't get but so far on your own. Like, just the math is just killing y'all. The math is killing y'all right now. Like, it doesn't matter if you're doing well. If you make less than a certain amount, you have to work every day. I work every single day. That's why I'm coming in with the content. I'm coming in with some shit that's smacking. Men love deeper. Okay, pause. Anyway, go ahead.
Listen to this.
Hey, listen to this.
I took the wrong.
Oh, all right. So this is the dynamic duo right here. This is the fantastic fucking duo right here. So all right. So you got the baby mother. I'm sorry, the girlfriend and the son, right? Another thing too, nigga. Listen, these dark skinned ninjas, they love a red bone. Like, opposites really attract. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I want her as black as I can get. I'm trying to make it shorty for the. Listen, I might get married if I could find a fine Sudanese, a fine John from the Sudan. Listen, she can have all my love. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Shoot, I'm gonna be beating that thing down till its rest in peace, Doris. You understand?
No, No, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel.
Anyway, so bigger than that, I don't know if they're gonna touch on it in the story, but this is the same ex who robbed him for 400 racks, $400,000. So this is someone that he took care of, someone that he was around, right? And they robbed him. And you know why he got robbed is because a lot of men are that soft on women. They have and also too. Sometimes niggas that are rough looking do have experience and they do do pretty well with the girls, because a guy don't always gotta be real handsome to get girls. Sometimes you can get it all with just the masculine nature. But this ain't the most handsome cat. What this usually means for that guy when he wound up with a girl like this is usually means that he doesn't have much experience, or he didn't have as much experience as her, because she made him feel like, all right, you know what, I'm going to be in your life for a long time. Baby, it's me and you. You know what I'm saying? I'm so thankful. And then boom, here you are, all these years later, and that's why, like, men who are affluent in particular, it's just some things are just a bad example. I kind of understand that shit. Like, I get frustrated with people a lot of different times, and I have to realize, you know what, I have to teach you manners. In this moment, I have to teach. Like, I'm very big on speaking and saying hello, and I realize, you know what, I'm going to say good morning first, because you need to learn how to say fucking good morning. All right, because it's you accepting. All right, that person doesn't say good morning, or that person don't speak when you come around. Like, no, I train people on how we're going to interact. Dead ass. I have changed my whole routine with people off of, nah, listen, we're going to interact like this. Okay? All right? I'm just saying, stay on top of shit. Hold on, man. Listen, hold on. Wait.
It's always bound to happen to Onyeka for two major reasons.
I heard it was big, but that sounds ridiculous.
A guy's guy.
A guy's guy?
Yeah, Guy LaFleur.
Who was Guy LaFleur?
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri, nigga.
It's not making sense to you? Maybe I'm not even speaking English.
Your son father, not just a daddy, but a father.
Right.
I went in so hard, bro.
Pause.
I went in so hard because I went in so hard to the point where I put them on my wheel. Poor. Scooch all over. Scoot over a little slide and let somebody else get a little bit up. Yeah. And my kids are amazing. They my best friend. And they was down with it. So I moved a little space over and added her son in on my motherfucking wing. You ain't even my son for real. Right.
Poor.
So I put her in my wheel as well too. Yeah. You was just my girlfriend. You ain't even my wife. Man, one time the son said, "You ain't my daddy." Now that's one thing you don't say to a man that ain't your daddy. You ain't his daddy. You know what I'm saying? Don't remind me.
It's like the saddest shit ever. Now, don't get me wrong. When you you meet who you meet, you love who you love, or something different. You can't be a millionaire in these kind of situations. This is fucking ghetto. Because you got all these women who are available to you, and you go with women who already got kids. Yo, on top of that, more and more, y'all keep seeing how men, if you got a certain amount of money, if you in a certain position, if your profession is of a high level and whatnot, fam, you need to stay out of regular relationships. All right, you need to go ahead. Listen, me personally, the only way I'm getting in a relationship it's gonna have to be a minimum of at least 2. You gotta have a teammate. I'm saying I might not. I ain't gonna sell down one of y'all, but I'll sell down with like 3, like 2. Not because I need 3. Just more so because they all need something to do, right? And women just go to hate you when you're around too much. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. It's just which I've always known that, and I've always had my own life, so it never really bothered me to like not spend time or be around the girl that I was with and whatnot. But some of you niggas, just saying. So, but that's just that's where we are moving forward. But we gotta have a conversation about what kind of men, what kind of women do rich men deserve? All right, so. So I want to play this video real quick with Casanaz. So I know we were talking about the other day. Matter of fact, let me look at this up real quick.